Awesome.
And you could do that with the parentheses anytime you deal with factorization.
Wow, thanks, Makoto-san. You're a really good teacher.
I'm glad to hear this is helping. Okay, on to the next one.
Good thing we left this to Makoto. No way we would have been any help.
Yeah, they weren't exactly falling over themselves for us to help out anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for doing all this for me.
Yeah, anytime you need help.
Oh, it's the least I could do. We had to make up for intruding last minute and everything.
Oh no, not at all. I mean, like, I'm glad you did. It's been a long time since I hung out with someone.
Well, yeah, most likely because you isolate yourself in here.
What about your friends?
Well, I grew up in Tokyo, so I don't really have any friends here.
Oh, I see. Well, you couldn't have just moved recently. Most likely, okay, how long was Zenkichi stationed in here, in Kyoto, versus Tokyo? I'm assuming that if they grew up in Tokyo, they had to have lived there at one point. So, I wonder how long. Maybe after Mom died? I don't know.
Really? I thought your father was in the Kyoto police.
After Mom's accident, he transferred here from Tokyo.
Makes sense. Especially if her parents were there, if her parents lived in Kyoto, it's best to leave her with a guardian that can take care of her constantly rather than just be all the way around Japan and not be there in Tokyo all the time.
He said it's because my grandparents live here.
Yeah.
He seems like a good dad. He probably didn't want you to be all alone all the time.
Yeah, that's not it. He just wants to blow me off and go get drunk every night.
Excuse? What makes you assume that?
Not just that. Mom was murdered, and he won't... I'm sorry.
I think one of two things. One, during the weeks of the murder, he most likely went into a deep, dark depression and probably did drink for a bit. However, I don't think we've ever seen him give the impression that he's an alcoholic. Has anyone gotten the vibe that he's an alcoholic? I certainly have not. At one point, yeah, sure, he was drinking because he was depressed of the fact that he just lost his wife. But otherwise, I don't think he's a deadbeat. I don't feel like he's a deadbeat. He doesn't even look like he smokes. He doesn't even look like he does drugs. I think she's either hanging on to that impression because she just wants to have an image in her head of what her dad's doing that's not at home. Because, like, kids, when they're left alone, when the dad or the mom works overtime and, like, they'd never see their parents, they always try to think up a reason, an excuse, and all that stuff of why their parents would rather be out than be with them. It's unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, this is common when it comes to ideas of child abandonment. Children don't understand why parents don't come home, why parents don't stay home. It's kind of like having a dog or a cat, almost, in a way. Because when you're always not home, when the child is always at home alone, the first thing they're going to start thinking about is why aren't my parents here with me? And it's never always going to be, well, they have work. It makes sense. They're trying to pay for the house. They're paying for the food. It never comes down to that. It always comes down to my parents don't love me. And it's a weird mentality for children to have, but it's one that's natural. That's like when babies don't have that cognitive recognition of when a parent leaves the room. When they see mom leave the room, they think mom just left the ether. They think mom disappeared. They think mom is gone. That's why a lot of babies, start fucking crying and screaming when they don't see their parents. That's why a lot of children have such large attachments, because they see you leaving the room as leaving the ether. As in something took you away. And for children who have a little more of like personal decision making, it's always trying to find the reason of why is my parent not with me? Did I do something wrong? And so the child will always blame themselves. They'll always think my parents don't love me. So I think at one point the image of Zenkichi being depressed of his wife dying and the fact that he drank at one point and probably got over it, because he can't just be drinking all the fucking time like Dojima did. it probably stuck with her. And she uses that as a reason to excuse his behavior as shitty, as he doesn't care about me. He just goes off drinking, goes out partying. So she uses this as an excuse to separate herself from her father so that way she can learn to be self-sufficient by hating her father. It's a weird child mentality, but ask any child who has felt this way, and I guarantee you there are children who 100% believed that their overworked parents, one point didn't love them, or were out doing something just to get away from the kid. It's a common mentality, and it sucks so hard when parents are just trying to do that, when there are legitimate parents who are trying to do their best, trying to provide for their kids. And it's just kind of like, she's traumatized. But at the same time, at what point do the grandparents not tell her about his job? That's the one thing I'm worried about. Is like, Makoto felt the same thing. At this point, this would be a great place for Makoto to be like, hey, my dad was a cop too, etc., etc., and have a heart-to-heart. This is why me and Bryan like, this is Makoto's time. This is Makoto's chapter. Because I think Makoto is going to be the big eye towards all of this for Akane. Yeah, exactly. Or the moment that parents decide to take free time away from themselves, the kid automatically thinks, oh, you don't want to be with me. You don't want me anymore. It's a weird automatic thought that children have. But children don't understand that sometimes parents work extremely hard so that way they can provide. My parents worked their asses off to provide for me and my sister. It's ridiculous. My mom has lupus, and so it's nonstop pain. But she spent so many years working as a physical therapist. She could literally make more people walk than Jesus. But she did that so that me and my sister could get the classes that we needed to be better at performing arts. So it's just like, sometimes parents do extra things, and it's not about the child. It's actually about caring for the child in our own way. So I think with Zenkichi, it's probably protecting her. Because, like, there's so many stories of, like, people bringing their kids to work, bringing their kids to dangerous environments because they need to take care of their kid. And presto, the kid gets hurt or the kid gets traumatized one way or another. This is probably his way of protecting her.
It's all right. You've been through so much, Akane-chan.
I've just been so depressed ever since Mom died.
Which is fair.
I wasn't having fun with stuff like I used to. Before I even knew it, all my friends had ditched me.
I see.
But nowadays, I'm doing a lot better thanks to my subscribers.
Okay.
When I'm not streaming, I get really lonely.
See, okay. I hope that no one goes into streaming thinking I'm gonna make friends because I'm lonely. Streaming shouldn't be about that. Streaming should be about showing what you love and sharing a community. It shouldn't be about subtracting loneliness. It should be about building and being part of a community. So making yourself vulnerable like that, whereas like your subscribers are the reason I'm not lonely anymore, that's just setting up for failure. That sets up for so much failure. Because at one point you're going to start judging yourself. You're going to start judging your content. You're going to start micromanaging every part of your life to make sure that I have to stream 24/7 because if I don't, then everyone's going to stop following me and all that stuff. And it's such a negative and toxic mentality. And so I'm actually really concerned about this right now. So, but I'm sorry. Moving on.
You want to know something? I lost my mother when I was young.
Huh?
At that point, my father had to raise my sister and me all by himself. Not only that, he was a police officer too. He would always be home so late, if at all. It happened so often that I really believed for a while that he didn't care about us. But one day, he was struck by a vehicle during an investigation and he passed away.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I had so many regrets at that point. I especially wished I'd shared more with my father. He had worked so hard for our family and the public. And I never thanked him at all for it.
Yeah, this is Makoto's chapter. And this is what I hope that this kind of like hits her in the head, be like, hey, give your dad some slack.
I just thought over and over, there's so much I wish I could say. I know it's not my place to speak on your father and your relationship. But even still, I wish you could find a way to not blame your father for his work.
But he... That's nothing. Sorry.
But he what? What did he do?
If it's okay with you, would you tell me what happened between you and your father?
I saw him. The man that ran Mom over.
So you know who it is.
He knows who did it, but is upset at the fact that her dad is.
Yeah.
What?
But they never arrested him. His secretary left behind some suicide note.
Wait, what?
Apparently it said, "I'm the one who ran over that woman."
The secretary took the blame for it, committed suicide, quote unquote. Most likely someone took her out in order to take the blame off that person.
That doesn't... If the police had an eyewitness, they'd never make such a huge error in their investigation.
Oh no, that's where red tape is. Because remember, Shido was sexually assaulting a woman, and Akira got involved, and Akira took the blame. It's a politician. Whoever fucking ran the mom over is a fucking politician.
That's what he said.
By the way, fuck the cops.
At first. Eventually, he gave up on it too. Him and the rest of the police. None of them listened to me. And I told them so many times. Why? Because I'm just some kid? The guy who killed my mom is still out there!
What happened is, she saw the guy, it's a guy, run over the mom. But his secretary took the fall and committed suicide. You can't arrest a dead body, so they pretty much left it at that. And they're not gonna believe her because they already found, quote unquote, the culprit confessing to the crime. And they're not gonna believe a kid as an eyewitness without proof. Eyewitness is proof, 100%. But because they already have a confession, and because they can't arrest the one that confessed, they're not going to push it. Especially if it's against someone who has political power. Like imagine Shido. It's basically another Shido situation. Someone's taking the fall, Akira, and the one who got away with it is walking around getting more power. And no one can do anything about it. It had to get the Phantom Thieves in order to get that shit straight.
Akane-chan,
He doesn't care about Mom anymore. He doesn't care about me.
It's not about that, Han.
I know he's just trying to find the next woman so he can get on with his life. I know he thinks I'm just in the way.
Well, have you asked him? You're in your own little bubble, I get it, but you're a preteen going into high school. I think you have the balls at this point to just straight up ask him and just hear his side of the story.
I wish anyone but him was my father.
stop that.
Thank you, Makoto.
There is absolutely no way that your father doesn't care about you. I know you've suffered a lot, Akane-chan, but I really believe there has to be some sort of explanation for this. Hasegawa-san may seem like he doesn't care. I have a feeling he does, in his own way. Just a bit ago, he went through a lot of effort trying to reunite a lost boy with his mom. He's been there for us as well.
That's just...
No, you're making
I really
excuses.
mean it when I say Hasegawa-san reminds me of my own father.
It's children making excuses, and unfortunately, ask any therapist about this, you can't force a child to agree with you, because a child doesn't know better. That's why there are so many child protection laws, because children don't know better. They make their own assumptions, they make their own decisions, they get themselves in trouble. Why do you think there are so many cases of children getting themselves in danger? Because they think they know better. It's because kids don't know better. This is the fun Disney argument of when we all saw Ariel saying, "I'm 16 years old, I'm not a child." All of us said, "Yeah, she's 16, she's not a child," when we were younger. And now as adults, we're like, "No, you don't know anything." So yeah, it's one of those things. You cannot convince a child to agree with you. You cannot. When they are so wrapped up in their own reasons and their own excuses and their own stuff, sometimes it's just not going to work. A child will not listen. That's why discipline and education is so important. So that way the child understands it's not just about, oh, because daddy hates me. It's like, no, put yourself in their shoes. have a sit down. Make the dad talk to her. The commissioner at one point should be like, hey, you should spend some time with your daughter and settle this shit. Children have so many limited views because they don't understand the danger they put themselves in. Why do you think there's so many like runaway preteens and teenagers who are like, I'm gonna go run off and do my own thing because I know better, and then all of a sudden they wind up dead or taken, put into very dangerous situations. There's so many stories of that because children think they know better. And it's so frustrating to try and talk to a teen that does not understand what is going on truly. It is so frustrating.
Are you serious? Even when I couldn't see him, he was always giving it his all for my sister and I. His family was always on his mind. And that's why I think your father's always working so hard as well, Akane-chan.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
His face looks so much happier when you're around. It's completely different from when he's out in the world. That should prove just how important you are to him. You're the biggest thing in his world. Pushing him away isn't going to make you feel any better. It's only going to hurt you more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead, you should tell him how you really feel.
Yeah.
Tell him everything, so you can't regret it later. No matter what you have to say, I know he'll listen to you.
So listen to Makoto. I'm sure this is heartbreaking. Because realizing that Makoto probably couldn't tell him her father a lot of things she wanted to say. Oh, this hurts so fucking much. Oh, my heart. I need to go check on the fucking steak. Honey, I can't leave with that crying child. I'm sorry, I can't leave with this crying child. Honey, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to help. No, that's not it.
It's okay. You're fine.
My mom, she...
What's up, honey? What's up?
Please, forgive me. I really didn't mean to do
No.
this.
No. She needed to hear this and she needs to have a big cry. Sometimes it just takes a big fucking cry to get all the emotions out. Just let her... It's okay. It's okay.
Feel free to talk with me anytime you want. I'll be there for you whenever you need it. Thank you.
Okay, now I'm gonna go check on the food. I'll be right back.
Oh, why is Akane crying? Is she in pain? Really? Akane-chan.
Thank goodness Makoto was here.
That poor girl.
Both Akane and Gramps are really torn up inside.
We ought to get to bed. We've got a long journey ahead of us tomorrow.
Yeah, my heart's all warm and fuzzy now. I'm gonna sleep like a baby.
Those kids.
Of course, he'd be hearing the conversation, like, just barely off on the side.
Well, Akane, I've got to get going. Once the case is through, I'm gonna take some time off. What do you say we take a trip somewhere? How about we visit a theme park?
I guess for Golden Week, and then it actually turns out that's not gonna happen because he needs some more do some more work in the office and buy a dachi. Wait a second.
I'm not a little kid anymore.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Shit, it is tense here.
Hey, you don't say.
Oh boy. Getting these two to open up is going to be a real hassle.
A bit lonely, aren't we?
Don't. Come on, please, just stay out of it.
Aw, are we still feeling pouty? Don't you think it's time to grow out of the whole tsundere thing?
Yes, please. Fuck that noise, man.
You too, Futaba-chan? Come on, quit it.
Will we ever be able to truly reunite father and daughter?
Just give it a little more time. I hope they find the opportunity to bond.
I'm sure they'll make it. Right, Akane-chan?
Yeah, I guess.
The time has come. If we wait any longer, the ferry will depart before we arrive.
Sounds like we have to get going. Take care, Akane-chan.
Oh, thanks for everything. Here. It's like a Kyoto souvenir. I mean, you guys did so much for me. So,
We'll hang it up in the RV. Mini umbrella.
promise to come back soon.
Of course! Next time, we'll bring tons of snacks and we can stay up all night gossiping.
We can share a bath again, too.
Reach out to me anytime you like. I'm looking forward to hearing from you.
Got it. Have a good trip.
Come on, say all your goodbyes.
I guess. Be careful.
Is that it?
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I'll be careful.
Oh, that's one big 180.
Whoa! Sure seemed to work for him, though.
We're on the road again. There we go, on the road again.
Ferry bound for Okinawa.
Wow, how pretty!
It's like a field of shining blue jewels. Oh, I know I'm gonna cry.
Now this is a sight to see. I'd love it even more if we were just here for a casual trip.
What do you think, Sophia? Pretty nice.
Be some real shit if he dropped the phone.
My phone
This
handles
is the Okinawan Sea.
phone wrist strap.
How pretty! What's it like under the water?
There's a ton of fish.
Okay. I'd like to see that for myself one day.
Man, ain't riding on a big-ass ship like this so exciting?
Indeed. Perhaps my adventurer's heart has been stirred. I can feel a surge of passion within.
Again, you would think it's moments like these where, Yusuke would bring a canvas and start painting.
Okay then, no wasting this opportunity. It's time to get in formation. Ryuji, on your hands and knees.
Why?
Huh? Am I what?
And you, Mona, get on my head.
Okay.
What is this?
Feast your eyes on the splendor that is the classic movie poster pose. Penda.
Wow, okay.
Hold on, wait. What am I seeing? What am I seeing? Oh my god.
Penda.
That's the wrong movie. That's The Bodyguard, not The Titanic.
Huh?
The Bodyguard is And I Will Always Love You. The Titanic is
Oops.
My Heart Will Go On.
I think you've gotten it all wrong.
Isn't this just some kind of weird cheerleading routine?
I'd call it an impersonation of the town musicians of Bremen.
I have no idea what the fuck that is.
Just why did you need me for this?
Hey, you! Get down! That's dangerous!
Thank you, Kagi.
You guys are so stupid.
We finally made it. We're on that ship forever. I still feel like I'm on the waves.
Fun fact, Okinawa Prefecture is the southernmost prefecture in Japan, comprising the southern two-thirds of the Ryukyu Islands. Historically a semi-independent kingdom until the conquest by Japan in 1879, the islands were occupied by the United States from 1945 to 1971, and the largest U.S. military presence in Japan is still in Okinawa. Okinawa is one of many other islands in the archipelago, all of which share a common cultural and linguistic heritage separate from the Japanese mainland. Damn. Well, there you go.
It was quite the rare experience, being surrounded by the dazzling sea like that.
So this is Kukujima, huh? There are more people than I expected.
Right? I was picturing something closer to an untouched island than all this.
This actually was a pretty quiet place until just a few years ago. But eventually, some folks cooked up a mass migration plan. They even had a slogan, "Find your new tropical life." All of a sudden, a population under 200 people suddenly explodes to nearly 1,000.
Of course.
The port area is really quite lively. It has a bit of a resort feel to it.
Sounds like summer vacation's back on!
Fun fact, the Town Musicians of Bremen is a German fairy tale of aging domestic animals who were neglected and mistreated by their former masters. The post Futaba, Morgana, and Ryuji did was similar to how the animals were stacked up in a German statue in Bremen, Germany. Oh, alright.
Come on, you know we're not here to screw around. First thing we do is head for the research facility.
He's right. We should start there. I'd like to get the investigation underway as soon as possible.
There go the two cops again.
He has to come first.
We can enjoy our free time here once the case is solved. Our current objective is the lab Ichinose found.
Okay, let's go! Which way?
Hit us with the deets, Sophia.
Huh? What's up?
Now what?
I wasn't able to find any information regarding the facility.
Wasn't the lab, like, secret or underground or something like that? Or am I thinking something else?
How the hell's that possible?
Well, Ichinose did say it wasn't exactly on the level, right? Maybe we just have to track it down ourselves.
I'm sorry I couldn't help.
If that's the case, we should ask around and see if we can find any locals who know about it.
Who do you think we should ask first? Oh, maybe the shopkeepers know something.
Ooh, I spy a souvenir shop. I'm gonna buy something for Sojiro.
Wait, Futaba! I'll join you in the search for native crafts.
Means we need to ask around for directions for the lab. Now what, calling the commissioner?
Hello, Commissioner?
Yep.
It's Hasegawa.
What's the situation? It's unlike you to go dark for 3 days straight.
My apologies. I was on the ocean. I couldn't get a connection.
The ocean?
The investigations led us to Okinawa. Supposedly, there's a research facility here with ties to that Emma app. This was the best lead I had. I brought the Phantom Thieves along with me.
Any chance of locating concrete evidence there?
I mean, you just got there, so no.
That's too soon to tell. I'll start by questioning the facility staff. If I find out they're trying to cover their tracks, though, I'll have to escalate the investigation. And I'll definitely need you to send backup, if that's how it pans out.
Fine. Keep me posted. We're still looking into Medice on our end. I'll let you know should anything turn up.
Thank you, ma'am.
Remember, Hasegawa, the Phantom Thieves are not solely in your pocket to help you track down the perpetrator. You are keeping them close for when we are pressed to present a culprit.
Of course.
When the time comes, you will turn them in immediately. Don't get too attached. Is that clear?
Understood.
You know what's gonna happen. We should get going ourselves and see if we can track down this research lab. Sorry, I can't help but stare at that ocean. Getting to take it easy in a place like this would be so nice. I heard there's even a great public beach nearby. Hope we have time to check it out. But is that part of the investigation?
What?
OMG, Shisa alert? I never seen one in real life. Oh yeah, there it is. Whoa, look how detailed they are from close up. They all have different expressions. These are Divine Guardians said to stave off disasters. Apparently, the one on the right is male, while the one on the left is female. Oh, so they're a couple. Good looking up, Mr. and Mrs. Shisa.
Beautiful.
The endless skies and ocean, and the pleasant crashing of the waves, the scent of fresh fruit wafting along the wind. This is no mere tourist attraction. This is truly a natural paradise. And look at this Shisa. The grandeur of its profile, the dynamicism of its lines. Oh dear, he's totally in the zone now. Fun fact, Shisa are traditional Ryukyuan ornaments which resemble a cross between a lion and a dog. They are often displayed on roofs or indoors as wards against evil spirits, usually arranged in pairs as couples, with one male in open mouth and one female with a closed mouth. They are derived from the guardian lions in Chinese culture. Interesting. Mensor? Mensor is an Okinawan greeting. Interesting. Although I'm assuming it's pronounced Mensore or something like that. I'm still not entirely familiar with Japanese language. Came across a group of outgoing locals, so I asked them a few questions. Once I told them I was from Tokyo, they gave me all this produce. Those are called bitter melons or goya in Okinawan. Right, the locals told me they were picked just this morning. Look how bright they are. I bet they're delicious. I also could try cooking something with these, so let's watch you work your magic. Alright, sure. Goya is the Okinawan name of bitter melon, a gourd that is shaped like a lumpy cucumber. It is a fruit of a vine which is also grown in China and the Indian subcontinent. It has a bitter flavor that is considered an acquired taste. It is integral to Okinawan culture, but is also increasingly present in the rest of Japan, and considered a health food since it can reduce blood sugar and cholesterol, aid weight loss, and improve bodily function. Well, I need to get me some of that if it lowers blood sugar. Chinsuko, Umibudo, Irabu. What should I get as a souvenir? And I'm sorry, I should get back on track. I tried questioning the shopkeepers, but they are all very evasive. The island isn't too large though. We should be able to divide up and perform a thorough search. But here in Okinawa, you got to try the sata adangi.
What?
Sata adangi is a type of fried dough shaped like a bun local to Okinawa. They are rather similar to beignets, but are served plain and the texture is more crispy on the outside and soft and cake-like on the inside. Here in Okinawa, sata stands for sugar, while adangi means deep fried.
Thanks!
Oh, you came for Sapporo? That's crazy. I'm surprised you made it all this way. There's honestly nothing here, but hope you enjoy your stay. Research lab? How about you visit the beach instead? Man, I can't even find one Okinawa-style soba shop. On for one later.
No way, man.
Yeah, I was totally gonna question some soba shop staff. A nice bowl of soba sounds pretty good to you now, doesn't it? Probably grab some once we wrap up this investigation stuff. Or you could help us find the research lab? Hey, run out some Minto for you. Come meet me behind the souvenir shop.
Hey.
I overheard from some delivery man that there's a really big building just this way. Now look at that path. This is most likely it, so...
What's the plan?
We're going to investigate... Yeah.
Okay.
Well, alright then. All we need to do is literally just go behind the shop and boom.
Is this the path to the research facility?
I believe so, yes.
A sacred festoon?
I mean, come on, there's like a giant fucking wall there. You would think, you know, that would be kind of obvious to see. Oh, maybe this may be where the research lab is, but nope.
Don't you only see that stuff at shrines and shit? What's it doing here?
Ooh, I got it! They sealed a legendary yokai in there!
This is a lab, though. Wouldn't we find zombies or things like that instead?
I doubt zombies still exist in this day and age, but eh.
Don't be ridiculous. You were kidding, right?
Enough nonsense. This lab's in the real world. Let's get going.
Hey, Sophia. Just to be sure, there's no jail here, right?
There is no jail on this island, I think.
Really? Alright.
You think? I thought you smelled them or whatever.
Yeah. You'd mentioned that you find the jails based on their scent.
I am currently detecting 0 scents. Unlike Sendai and Sapporo, I cannot sense a jail here. However, there is indeed something odd about this place. I'm getting a bad feeling.
Bad feeling, huh?
Ooh, maybe you're picking up somebody with a grudge. Ooh, I'm coming for you!
Cut it out! It's not funny, Futaba!
That answer your question, Will?
Whatever's up there, we need to check it out.
We are closed until August 18th due to prior engagements? Well, sure didn't see that one coming.
Let's sneak in.
Oh, now there's an idea. Let's get into some Phantom Thieves action in the real world.
Hey, nothing that lands you in jail. Criminal trespassing will cop you a felony. Plus, any evidence gained through a criminal act is impermissible in court. That'd make this whole trip pointless.
I mean, we know, but...
The sign says the 18th, so we'll just wait till tomorrow. Easier and less illegal.
Fuck.
Once the staff is back, I can start flashing my badge and asking questions. This place is all kinds of shady, so I'm sure I'll turn up plenty of dirt with enough poking around. Once I've got some evidence, I can announce the start of an official investigation, and at that point, we confiscate whatever we need.
I see. That's quite the tactical approach.
Ooh, check out the skills of Zenkichi. Private Eye.
Yeah, I'm in public security.
Well,
We're
now
waiting
what?
until tomorrow. That gives us quite some time.
Wait, you mean we get to party all day on the beach?
Oh, fuck. We're gonna have the beach episode now.
Yeah, we don't want to waste any more time. How often do we get a chance like this?
Come on now. We are on a case, you know.
And? It's not like we can do anything right now.
Actually, that's not the worst idea. Getting too nosy right away could get people suspicious, and we cannot have that. We'd be better off trying to lay low around the tourists for now.
So,
We get to party?
on the beach?
Pristine sands. Lady on.
Shut up, Sump.
And to top it off, a barbecue?
And to top that, lobster.
God damn it, Yusuke. Didn't you already do that shit last year?
We have a winner! Let's round up the supplies before we venture forth.
Okay, I'll search nearby stores. Or rather, nearby store. The only supermarket on the island is back at the port.
We return to the port and complete our shopping. I mean, at least there's still pretty good enough spots that are empty.
Beach party!
The water is mesmerizing. It almost looks dreamlike.
All right, let's set up camp.
Beach time!
Hey, wait for us, dude!
Hold on! You haven't put on sunscreen!
Hey, can't you kids at least behave?
They're at the beach. What else are they supposed to do?
Jeez, those loud-ass brats.
They see over there.
Don't be stupid. I'm gonna check a few things on the camper. You go have fun.
People will be suspicious of anyone with such a sour look on their face, Enkichi. You're gonna act like a tourist, at least fake having fun.
Why not try relaxing for once? Remaining on edge all the time can't be good for you.
Yeah, get that stick out of your ass.
You can't beat this opportunity, Senkichi-san. Are you really gonna let the little lady down, Senkichi?
Fine. I'll take a break. But just a
There
short
you go.
Hear me?
You don't seem too bothered at all over it.
Shut up!
Take me with you. This will be my first time in the ocean.
Okay, but we're not putting you in the water. I still have to make some payments on that phone.
Smartphones are totally waterproof nowadays. Please? I know this phone can go underwater. I just checked again.
Damn. Alright, fine. I'll be your tour guide.
Oh yeah, we're all going wild today.
You get to enjoy the summer at the beach after all. Yep, and there it is.
Oh man, the water's so clear!
Whoa! Okinawa's the friggin' best!
Hey, guys! You've got to see these fish!
I love that! Sorry, I'm also cooking steak, so that's why I'm in the kitchen, guys. But oh my gosh!
Whoa.
It's a waterproof foam. That's great.
Voila, you're beautiful.
Whoa.
Really?
Well, it's some
Birth of
detailed
Venus?
work for a bunch of damn kids.
Get back here! You're all under arrest!
You can't. What are you gonna arrest them for?
Oh, the sun's setting. What should we do next? Hey, phone's buzzing. Hey, got a sec? Be ready to move once things settle down, okay? I'm sure it'll be fine. I've just got this weird feeling in my gut. Then getting ready? For what? Well, I guess there's no need to be on edge the whole time we're here. I think I'll go for a walk now that's finally less crowded around here.
Later.
You should relax over yourself. I'm gonna go hang out with everyone else. If I can move, that is. Oh. Hope you're resting well. If you have some time, could you come talk to me? I have a favor to ask. It would be easier to explain in person.
Yo!
What do you think of the ocean life, Sophia? There's so many fish, and shells, and coral of all different colors. And patterns of light waving and shimmering through the water. Oh, neat. Glad to hear you liked it. You know, everyone took me on a special trip to the beach last year. I remember that day for the rest of my life. It's when I first joined the Phantom Thieves. It does sound like it would make for a very memorable day. I've got it. I'll commit today to my own memory. That way I can cherish it forever. All the way out here in the sand. What's the sign doing here? Oh no, we're not doing that yet. That was great. I think I've laughed enough for 2 lifetimes. I found this pretty shell earlier. I thought I could string it to a necklace as a little souvenir for myself. But you're not nice. I want you to have it instead. Maybe you should make one for everyone else. And I'll put about like 5 of them together and then make sure the Talassa shells. That way we can at least find our way back. Drinks then.
We've got good stuff in
Ooh, yes
That
please.
There you go.
Let me just sit down and try it. I was waiting for you, Akira. Obviously, we gotta eat Okinawa soba while we're here. I mean, I've had some already, but I can easily sit down and easily down to the bowl with you. In fact, Okinawa soba is not technically soba since the noodles do not usually use buckwheat like in normal soba, but use normal wheat flour instead, and thus are more akin to udon. It is served in a light broth made from kombu, kelp, pork, and bonito flakes, and common toppings are kamaboko, fish cake, pork belly, boneless pork ribs, or pig's trotters. The dish is a specialty of the Brazilian city of Campo Grande, which has a large Okinawan diaspora. I'm not sure what that means. When you add in all this, core juice? Whatever, the chili stuff. Anyway, I could eat a ton of this. I put way too much. Feel a flash of inspiration. I've come up with a new recipe. Immigrant population. Oh, okay, so really? I did not know that a lot of Okinawan people be in Brazil. Oh man, my side still hurt. Wasn't Gramps the most hilarious Venus you ever saw? What's that? You want me to show you those detainment techniques again? No, please.
Damn it.
Sheesh, I can't believe you damn kids. Got anything to say for yourself? Let's try a different statue now. Hell no, I'm not letting some little kid you can just turn it to talking to do whatever. Well, the sun's about to set. We should wrap up the readiness to get on dinner pretty soon.
Damn.
Oh, my back is killing me. Could take it easier today. I'm gonna lie down. You kids clearly have enough energy to handle the dinner prep. Here, go take this. Buy yourself a soda or something. Hell yeah, 5,000 yen. I'm not buying soda on that. Fuck you. I'm keeping it. Also loving the swimsuit, Makoto. I'll wait till Mickey gets here, for sure.
Oh my god! Oh, I remember, I am demisexual. Oh no, Makoto. I love her brain. Fuck.
Oh, Akira, could I consult you on something? So, you might think this is childish, but since we're at the beach and all, I think I'd like to try Sukawari. You know, the game where you split a watermelon while blindfolded and dizzy. Sounds like fun.
Oh, right. Well,
it's not like my family ever took a day at the beach together, so I didn't actually get to do that growing up.
Hi. Splitting a watermelon? That sounds fun. I would like to watch.
Yeah, Sophia? I'm happy to hear that.
And I'm happy to help with preparations if you like. You will need 1 watermelon and...
True, we could track down a large branch somewhere. I will also need a blindfold. Now that we've started the actual planning, I'm beginning to get a bit nervous.
If that's so...
Perhaps you should warm up, as you should take field necessary in the jail first before taking your skills to the fruit. Once you split the shadows, a watermelon won't affect your nerves at all. I usually don't split them, but a warm-up does sound like a good idea. Maybe I should file a request before I go pick up a watermelon. Sorry if this is silly, Akira, but I hope you'll oblige me. Oh my god, yes! Alright, I'm gonna go back to the source.
Oh, right. Well, we can take care of the Makoto's request afterward. But what do we have behind this sign? No entry beyond this point. Well, if that's not suspicious, but do you think it has anything to do with the research lab? With the sun setting soon, going alone may be overly risky. That's true. Should we call everyone else over then? Might as well.
Leave it to me. Contact Debbie.
No entry beyond this point? I wonder what for.
I admit, it only contributes to the mysterious vibe here.
Oh, looks like a dare to me. Come on, who's willing to go the farthest past it?
This ain't one of those, what was it, tests of courage?
Yeah, no test of courage here, Ryuji.
Nope, this is the end of the line.
Oh, I think you do.
There's an Utaki down that way. See, there, on the sign?
A what now?
What's an Utaki?
Thank you.
Basically, it's a land that's been considered holy since the Ryukyu era. People used to believe the gods lived there, or at least came to Earth there.
Okay.
Locals still revere the places, even today. Going down there for a laugh could get you in real trouble.
And oop.
Never heard of that stuff here. I'm surprised you know all that.
Well, he is a
Well,
legal
Investigation 101 says to know your territory. Feel free to keep buttering me up, though.
Yeah, because you're pretty dry right now.
Hey! That's my boyfriend you're speaking to.
Does that mean there are Ryukyu-era customs still being practiced today?
Yep. Reverence of the incomprehensible is ingrained deep in human consciousness.
This is the tenderest meat I've ever made. I think I perfected it. I perfected shut up and steak. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, guys, for going off topic. I just put a bite in my mouth just to kind of eat while the scene was going on. And I literally died and went to heaven. I literally felt what Yusuke felt when he was eating. Just generally.
Well, I'm sure you have no interest in pissing off a god today. Let's all listen to the sign and get out of here.
I'm mystical.
I checked online for any relevant information, but this place does not appear to have any real significance.
Really?
The other subjects here are far more interesting, such as the shape of the coastline, the sounds of the waves crashing, and the oceanic life form.
And yet, this Holy Land is not a big place?
I have a theory.
What's up?
That the research lab or whatever owns that land and put that sign there or whatever, making up that, saying that this was actually Holy Land, and that's just so they can stay away from it.
I fully 100% agree to this theory.
A person's values can affect what makes an impact on them. It might be insignificant to you, but to others, this place may be very sacred.
Right, logic versus religion. So, logic versus faith.
Depends on my values.
Yeah. Someone's hungry.
My apologies.
God
What
damn
a
it, Yusuke!
shock. What a surprise.
Inari's stomach. Right on time, as always.
Well, I'm starving too. I bet we all worked up an appetite out there.
Should we finally kick off our long-awaited barbecue?
That would be nice. Let's do it. Barbecue time.
Hell yeah! Time for an Okinawan meat festival!
You just had soba a while ago.
He's an empty pit.
Don't forget the curry. We gotta make some tropical edition LeBlanc curry.
I swear to God, Futaba will live and die eating curry. If not instant noodles.
That's not exactly barbecue food. Also, didn't you already have curry on the ferry?
I accept your challenge. Curry will be a perfect complement to the searing white sands of this tropical paradise.
What?
That makes no sense at all. Seriously, what is with you two and curry?
Right? What's up?
Hey,
What's up?
thank you for earlier, when you gave me the underwater tour.
Mm-hmm.
It was a fascinating experience, and something no AI could ever do on their own. I guess you could say it made my heart feel full. Although, I don't have a heart.
Well, if you felt happy, then that's almost the same feeling, right? I would say so. But you do have one.
It's a simple fact. There is no need to attempt to spare the feelings I lack.
Bullshit, you do have feelings. Every time you get sad when you feel like you can't help anybody.
Yeah.
I am still going to try to understand what feelings are, though. I came to that realization when I first stared out at the sea.
You know what? That's a fair goal. Still a fair goal.
You know what's funny though? Yeah, like Chad brings up a good point when Ryuji say what's up with you two and curry. It's like what's up with you and ramen.
Right?
Everywhere we go, you always gotta have a bowl of ramen.
Exactly.
For example, being with you and the other Phantom Thieves, it's quite fun. Yes, fun. Did I get that right?
Yes. That's right.
I got it. I understand another emotion. Okay, I've memorized what fun is.
I still want to know what she's singing.
Yeah, right?
Hey, pick up the pace! We've got a whole lot of cooking ahead of us!
Prepare to feast on the beach.